And at 85 years old, the former speaker has stayed the distance. And longevity and good health is what we're talking about next, especially as we head into the holiday season, because real wellness doesn't come from detoxing in January. Our next guest says setting yourself up for success this holiday season starts here and now, this November. Dr. Vohn Watts is a functional medicine doctor and the author of a new book called Foundational Wellness: The Simple System That Ends Doctor Dependency Forever. Dr. Watts, welcome. Good to have you with us this morning.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Certainly. Now, the holiday season often comes with a few excesses where we break our usual food and lifestyle choices, and it can leave you feeling kind of out of sorts. But you say that it isn't the food or the parties. It's actually the stress that gets to us most. Tell me more about that.
Yeah, the stress is really the biggest thing that can affect some of our issues we have in the wintertime, in the holiday months. You know, under pressure, our digestive enzymes production drops, our digestive flow slows, our gut lining becomes more permeable. So all these things cause a lot of issues like bloating, food reactivity, and inflammation. So chronic stress can feed the wrong microbiome and cause all sorts of gut issues, which can cause all sorts of other symptoms and problems.
Mind and body all tied in together, but I know you've been looking at this in quite a lot of depth. What do you find really works to lower that stress?
Well, one of the best things that you can do with lowering stress is the number one thing I tell people to start with is getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep. When you get 7 to 8 hours of sleep, you wake up more restful, you don't crash in the afternoon. And with that as well, your body's able to re-energize because you do a lot of your healing. It helps to reduce inflammation. It helps to balance our cortisol levels, which all of those things can be affected by stress. And stress really, if we're really stressed out, it'll make those cortisol levels spike, which then leads to many other problems.
Speaking of being, having odd sleep rhythms, especially it's prevalent when you're out of your natural rhythm, as with seasonal parties or on vacation. And at that time, cravings can take hold. So how can people guard against those cravings that might come up?
Well, and it comes back to stress, because at the end of the day, this holiday season, it's hard to be perfect. There's a lot of good food out there, and a lot of that food is filled with things that we probably wouldn't eat on a normal basis, a lot of sugar, a lot of carbs. So really, like I said, you really want to try to balance those cortisol levels, keep those blood sugar levels in check. And the first thing, and it's a simple thing, is one, is getting the good sleep. And then two, when you wake up first thing in the morning, there's a couple little tips you can do, like drinking some water with a little bit of lemon in it, get some fat or protein within the first hour of waking, and get moving a little bit. And it doesn't mean you have to go out and work out. I'm just talking move, walk a little bit, get that lymphatic system flowing. So the whole body starts flowing early at the beginning of the day so that you're setting up success for the whole rest of the day.
Sounds great. So practical, and so sounds like really items that people can implement tomorrow. So for people who are hosting parties, say, or even if you're choosing items from a smorgasbord at a party or just cooking for yourself, what food choices can help people stay feeling well even after they have a huge meal, say?
Yeah, so first of all, I always go with whole foods, right? Make sure you're eating real food. Stay away from ultra-processed foods, stuff that comes out of a package, bottle, or can. And then when you're choosing the foods, reach for the fat, the protein, and the vegetables. If you kind of make that a good portion of your plate, and say half or more of your plate, and then a little scoop of something sugary or dessert, you're going to be in pretty good shape. Your body's going to get the fuel it needs to be able to process some of the garbage that we're going to be eating throughout the holiday season much easier.
Quite a array of options there. It doesn't sound like too much discipline required if you really think about it. But I know you were formerly a military intelligence officer, and your approach has been described as having military precision now when it comes to your approach to health. But it also seems quite intuitive to me. I wonder your take on that.
Yeah, I try to, when I look at the body, and then, my background in I worked for the NSA as a young Marine many moons ago. And, when you're, as a cryptographer, you look at patterns, you look at these patterns are going to help you to break and crack certain codes. It's the same thing with the body. The body is not just one organ, just one little system. The whole body works as an entire system. So understanding how the entire body works, and it really isn't that complicated. Give it the right fuel, and the body will function the way it needs to. And the fuel is good fats, proteins, and vitamins and minerals. And you get most of that from good, healthy meat choices and vegetables and fruits. And if you can, like I said, if you can load up on the majority of that, your body can handle the stuff that's not maybe the best, because you're more like 80-20, 80 good and 20, not so good. Your body can process that, and the liver can process that well.
And just in the last 30 seconds, Doctor, your book, Foundational Wellness, has been described as both a warning and a roadmap. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so what it does is it takes health and it really teaches it in a very simple way. My philosophy and my belief is that most all disease is caused by one thing, and that's organ dysfunction. And the human body is made to heal itself when our organs are functioning the way they're designed to. And when they stop functioning and they start dysfunctioning, dysfunction leads to inflammation, and then inflammation leads to chronic inflammation, which eventually leads to disease. And the two main things that cause organ dysfunction is nutritional deficiency. You're not getting enough of the essential vitamins and minerals and nutrients, or toxicity. And we live in a very toxic world now, exposed to all sorts of things from heavy metals to molds to environmental toxins like pesticides. And so it's just important to, when you understand that, it makes nutrition or even health very simple. Make sure I eat the right things, make sure I'm getting the good nutrients, and then doing a periodic detox once a year, ensuring that, hey, you know what, we're exposed to this stuff, especially in the first world, we're very exposed to this stuff. And it doesn't matter how healthy you eat, you're still exposed to it. So getting on a good detox routine, like once a year, kind of spring cleaning of the body, can really help to keep the body in good shape.
And all that can start in January, but actually can start right now. I'm sure many people are inspired by your approach and hearing you speak today. Your book is out and available now, Foundational Wellness. Thank you so much, Dr. Vohn Watts.
Thank you.